Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question without notice is to the Minister for Energy. Minister, considering the government's announcement that 6 companies can now apply for uranium exploration licences, is the government now planning to overturn the 27-year-old ban on uranium mining in this state?
Thank you. Call the Minister for Energy and Resources.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the honourable member for his question, particularly taking into account his council's stance on, or at least their foreign affairs policy on nuclear power and Max Brenner chocolates. But it is a very serious question, and I thank the member for that. Madam Speaker, as all in this House would be aware, uranium is a naturally occurring mineral that's found in rock, soil and water. In early 2012, the Mining Legislation Amendment Act allowed uranium exploration was passed by this House and in the other place. In September of 2012, the changes were then proclaimed. During the same month, the New South Wales Government called for an expression of interest from parties wishing to explore for uranium in New South Wales. It pleases me to inform the House that this was followed by a rigorous 2-year assessment of the applicant's environmental performance, their technical expertise and their financial capacity. These changes followed Labor giving its full support for the export of uranium to India in December of 2011. South Australia, the Northern Territory, Western Australia, Queensland and even Tasmania mine uranium and explore for uranium. But can I inform the House and the honourable member that the New South Wales ban on uranium remains in place? At the same time, it makes perfect sense, though, for New South Wales to have a look at what resources we have in this great state. Madam Speaker, I can inform the House that 6 companies have been invited to apply for an exploration licence in New South Wales. Australian zirconia have been invited to focus on an area south of Dubbo. This is the same footprint as the proposed Dubbo zirconia project and thus opens up no new land for exploration. Harts Rare Earths have been invited to apply for one area south of Cobar and another north of Broken Hill. Callabonna Resources and HNFL Holdings have been invited to apply to explore north of Broken Hill as well, as have EJ Resources and Marmota Energy. Aluka Resources has been invited to apply to explore south of Broken Hill. Madam Speaker, this is an important step for New South Wales to fully gauge the extent of resources across the state that could benefit its residents to help fund our hospitals, our schools and our roads. Australia has the largest deposits of uranium globally, with 33% of the world's reasonably assured resources. Australia is the world's 3rd largest producer of uranium concentrates behind Kazakhstan and Canada. Australia's exported uranium is used in nuclear power reactors, providing cheap, clean, efficient fuel in the United States, France, United Kingdom, Finland, Sweden, South Korea, China, Belgium, Spain, Canada, Japan and Taiwan. As I stated, the finalisation of the expression of interest process is an important step for New South Wales, but not one which is taken lightly by this government. Any uranium exploration, I can assure the member, will be regulated by 13 state acts and 3 Commonwealth acts. Any company granted an exploration licence will only be allowed to perform low-impact exploration and environmental monitoring. Any other activities will require further approvals. This low-impact exploration and environmental monitoring includes mapping and desktop reviews. Safety systems will be required to address specific circumstances associated with uranium exploration, including the identification, the monitoring and the management of the material. Each company that wishes to explore for uranium will need a radiation management plan in place. There are more than 60 New South Wales Division of Resources and Energy inspectors available to enforce compliance of any exploration activities, and fines of up to $1.1 million apply to companies that perform illegal exploration activities in New South Wales. I can assure the honourable member and the House that the New South Wales Liberals and Nationals government has demonstrated time and time again a clear direction to drive investment and to create jobs as we rebuild New South Wales. I've repeatedly stated that any growth in New South Wales resources must be safe and must be environmentally sustainable. Madam Speaker, it is important to remember that resources provide for our quality of life and are used to build and help fund again our hospitals, help fund our schools and roads that are used by all.